back. I know it's been a while, maybe a year, 2 years. I don't remember. Last video was the Fiat. I looked it up, but that's gone now. Other things have been going on, but I'm back into the Subaru content and maybe some of, can you see the car? Maybe some of the FC content too. I'll put that in as well because I'm working on that here and there. I'm back into cars again. Finally, I took a little break. You know, cars cost a lot of money and just took a little break, focused on other stuff. But I'll show you the Subaru. I still have her. She's still there. I don't know if she had the Voltex wing last time. The things that have changed now, though, it is rear wheel drive now. Everything else is still the same. Yeah, I didn't change anything. She's still in one piece so far, but it is rear wheel drive now. We took out the center spool, or sorry, we put a spool in the center. We took out the center diff, put a spool in, so now it's rear wheel drive. What we're having problems with, we have a LSD in the back, but when I was transferring from right to left or left to right, it'd spin out because the LSD would open and close. So we're going to put a spool in the back, kind of like a weld did. It's very hard to weld a clutch type LSD. You can, but it's hard, and I don't want to mess up the Cusco that I put in. So we are going to put that in today. I'm not going to do that step by step. There's so many videos out there of how to install and uninstall a rear diff, but I'll just show you some clips along the way and then hopefully go test it out. So let's get to jacking this thing up and working on it while I can on my day off. Well, what felt like an eternity later, which it wasn't that much longer, but I had to, that bolt came out on this side, the long bolt underneath, so I was able to push out and pull this axle out easy. This one I left in because that bolt is rusted in over there, which it's normally rusted in on the lower control arm. So, but having one side out made it much easier to drop it, and I just popped out that axle. So now I can roll this guy out and start taking this apart and putting in the spool. Alright, so this is where we're at now. Diff is out and apart. Bolts laid out where they're supposed to go. I don't know. I don't know if those go in any order, but I put them in order just in case. I gotta regasket that later. These are the diffs now. That's the old Cusco. Sorry, I said Kaz earlier. It is a Cusco, whatever, how you ever want to pronounce it. 1.5 way. If someone is interested in it, let me know. It has the bearings on it already. This one is the IAG spool. It's quite a bit lighter too, so it should spin up easier. I already put the bearings on. The end bearings were really easy to do. I just put that in the freezer for, I don't know, a couple hour while I was working on this. I put that in the freezer and those bearings smacked on pretty easy. So I'm just going to transfer over the ring gear now, put it on, put it all back in, make sure the backlash is in spec, and then put it all back together. So let's do that. Sorry I'm not recording all this. There's tons of how-to rear diff stuff out there. I just wanted to show you the product that I'm putting in and then test it out later. It just takes me forever to film everything step by step, and there's tons of videos out there already. Alright, I'll see you once I put this in. We'll see. They'll both spin for sure. It's solid. So I'll test it out after that. Whew. Okay, I'm finally done. It took a little bit longer than I expected. I ran into a problem. I'm going to show you right here. So inside the diff itself, there's a little spring in there that holds the axle when it pops in. I noticed when I put the axles back in to the spool that they slid it out real easy and there was no force needed. And I realized I left the little spring clip in there, so I had to pull it back out and install it in the wiles up there. Oh, it was a pain in the butt. But now you can see, if I spin this one here, it spins that one over there now. So we're all good. Now we have to just go test it out. So now let me go see if I can find some Mexico spots and test it out for you guys and put a couple clips in there. Hopefully I get a couple transfers better this time, because I couldn't transfer at all before. It would just, I'd go to transfer and it'd spin out. I couldn't control it whatsoever, so hopefully this is better. Alright, we're gonna test out the diff to see it works. It's pretty gravelly, but at least I get to see if it'll work fine before the cops come.